Hey guys, what an entertaining match it's been till now, right? Ronaldo scored from penalty, Griezmann scored from penalty, Messi missed his penalty, Cueva missed his penalty. Even in the end, Modric scored from penalty. Penalties galore. It's entertainment. It's exciting. The football, other than the penalties, has also been exciting. Right from the Portugal-Spain game from last night, even before. Uruguay had not that great a game, but Iran was Morocco was pretty entertaining. And then after the Portugal-Spain game, yesterday we had four games in one match day, all lined up one after the other. Starting with France, it was a hot day. It looked like a hot day in Kazan, and yeah, France were up to it in the start of the game. They had, as soon as the game started, they were off the blocks real quick. They wanted to make a mark, and they had two or three really good chances in the first 10 minutes. But after that, Australia came into the game, and yeah, their opponents were Australia. They came into the game and they started closing down the ball a lot more better. They started pressing the ball a lot better, and there were quite a few fouls in France as well. And I guess that was part of the plan for Australia to not let France have the momentum to shut down momentum from time to time, and that's what they did really good. Never was France in one flow, the way France likes to be, like to have fast-paced game. Australia didn't let them have that, and as soon as France started to get frustrated after 20-minute mark, Australia just started to have chances of their own. A really great chance for Australia was saved by Hugo Lloris in the bottom left corner when for all money the ball was going to go in the back of the net. But that didn't happen. A great save by Hugo Lloris and the score was nil-nil. The score stayed nil-nil at the end of first half, and in the start of second half, a penalty for France. Antoine Griezmann was adjudged to have been fouled after watching the replay and usage of VAR. Initially, the foul wasn't given. The referee decided to check with the VAR, and it was controversial. Some say that he clipped his leg. I didn't see that. I saw a dive from Anton Griezmann, and still the foul was given, and that shows the work in progress, if you will, of the VAR. And a penalty for France. Anton Griezmann score 1-0. Griezmann, he never looked like he was in the game. He looked like his mind was still in that Barcelona movie. That guy released an half an hour documentary called The Decision on public TV, only to show that he talked with his parents, his girl, wife, his sister, and after talking with them, decided not to take the move to Barcelona and instead stay at Atletico Madrid. And this is 2 days before the World Cup. Lopetegui did something foolish as like this, and he was fired from Spain. But yeah, I guess his documentary was made early and all that, but to release it 2 days before the World Cup, it's stupidity. And it showed that he, for his part, took the penalty and scored a goal for his country, but other than that, he was nothing in the game. So Pogba also scored for France. A really lucky goal. Ball shot from Pogba was deflected really badly on the loop from the Australian defender. Goal line technology came into play. Actually, the ball hit the upright crossbar, and then just about the entire ball was inside the entire part of the goal, inside the post, and yeah, the goal was given. And Australia also got a chance. Australia got a chance to take the score back to one, but didn't matter. France won the game. France weren't convincing by any stretch of the imagination, and their next two games are only going to get tougher. Peru are a really great side, and so are Denmark, who showed their defensive capabilities against Peru by winning their game 1-0. It was a great display by the youngest Michael, if you will, Peter Schmeichel's son, Casper Schmeichel. It was a great display by him. Ericsson, for most of the part of the game, was invisible but came on just to show his face when he gave the assist for the goal of Denmark, and yeah, that was enough for them to secure a 1-0 win over Peru, who had innumerable chances. Cueva missed his penalty by skying it. It reminded me, it gave memories of Sergio Ramos' penalty from few many years ago. And yeah, that was the level of skying he did, and it was a very bad penalty, the worst penalty I have seen in a while. And yeah, in the second half, Peru were magnificent. They had chance after chance after chance, and Schmeichel saved them. Sometimes defense, sometimes the pole, sometimes the ball went just wide. It just wasn't their day. They gave everything on the field, and they should have maybe won 5-1. On some other day they would have, but Denmark were resilient, and it gave them a win in the World Cup competition, World Cup finals. And now Denmark are there with 3 points with France, and are most likely to qualify from group, given that they win their game against Australia. But Australia are no meager team as well. Van Marwijk, who was coach of Netherlands when they reached the final to only to lose against Spain, they could have won easily if Robin would have taken one of his chances. But yeah, the point is he was the coach of Netherlands when Netherlands reached the final in 2010. Is the same coach of Australia, and his tactics looked magnificent, especially against France. And they weren't sitting like a 10-man defense either. They were pushing, pressing. They were trying to create chances of their own, and Australia looked like a much better team than in the previous competitions, and they look like a serious challenge to the oppositions. So it's going to be in quite an open group. I don't, of course, France are most likely to qualify from that group, but I don't discount any of the other teams from qualifying from the group yet. So we'll see what happens there in Group D. Argentina, man, first, let me tell you that the same thing happened to Portugal in 2016 Euros. They drew their first game of the tournament against Iceland 1-1 and went on to win the Euro 2016s. There's positives there for Argentina. But it shouldn't have been 1-1 by any stretch of our imagination for Argentina. They should have won it 5-0, 6-0, whatever. Lionel Messi, man, his penalty, he has missed 5 of his last 10 penalties. I don't know why he's taking them. Aguero could have easily scored from the penalty spot. He was the man in form. He was the one who scored his first World Cup goal ever. And he was looking like creating, being really dangerous, creating chances for Argentina. He was the one who was most likely to score at that point of time. But it was a good start for Argentina. They were up, they upped the ante right at the start of the game, but Iceland didn't hold back either. They had a great chance from Barnesen, who should have scored. Man, it was open goal. He was inside of his man, and he only scuffed his shot. Any better contact, a shot on goal, and it was most likely score given the close range of the effort. But he scuffed his shot. Iceland couldn't take the lead. On the other side, Argentina took the lead from a great effort from Sergio Aguero. Iceland came back right after with a series of efforts, one after the other, and the ball fell to Finn Bogason, who scored from his effort. At the other end, the defense of Iceland was amazing, and Dawson, he was amazing in front of goal. Nothing could go past him after the first goal had gone, and he showed that with his brilliance. Gunnarsson's men, the way he led the team, and later on Sigurdsson had a few great chances as well, and the quality of the player he is. Yes, he is coming after a long injury layoff, but he is a quality player, and he should have scored from one of those chances. But Gunnarsson, Sigurdsson, both coming from injuries, the Iceland team showing the resilience they showed in Euro 2016 and in the qualifying campaign for the World Cup. This team, they play in numbers, they attack together, defend together. At one point it was like a 10-man line for defense, and there was just no space for Argentina to go from. Messi created all sorts of chances. He was there in the thick of it. It wasn't like Messi was invisible and he was hiding somewhere. He was the one creating all the chances for Argentina. He was trying his best. He was trying to score. He was unlucky that most of his free kicks hit the ball. His penalty was saved by the goalkeeper. Some chances flew just wide of the goal. Some chances were saved brilliantly by the goalkeeper. It was just wasn't his day, but he didn't go into hiding at any point of time. He was creating chances one after the other, one after the other, until probably Argentina would score, but that never happened. And so Iceland, Argentina 1-1, and now Croatia are at the top of the group because, well, a drab affair, one of the worst games of this World Cup, because it was the least entertaining game, if you will. Nigeria, for their part, gave away both the goals. One was an own goal. It was a unlucky own goal because at the last moment, a diving header from Mario Mandzukic from a corner from Luka Modric, and then the just flicked Mandzukic's header, and miss kick from the defender led to an own goal for Nigeria, and score was 1-0 at half time. Nigeria never looked like they were going to score. Even after the score became 2-0 after a Luka Modric penalty, it was horrific defending. They were manhandling Mandzukic there, and of course it was a penalty. And after the penalty effort, even after going 2-0 down, Nigeria never looked like they were going to come back. Moses was taking the ball to the corners and not crossing it and stuff like that. It was horrific. And since that score line of 2-0, now Croatia are top of the group. Iceland and Argentina with 1 point, and Nigeria with zero. And all teams have a chance of qualifying from the group. It depends on the rest of the fixtures. By the way, in the Nigeria fixture, power grid went out in the entire country of Nigeria, and many people didn't get to see the last parts of the game. That happened. That's all from yesterday's match day, and today is going to two of the biggest nations of the World Cup competition in Brazil and Germany are going to play their matches today, so that's going to be exciting to watch. Do stick around for more review videos, they're going to come out every day. Do like, share, subscribe my channel for more such videos. See you around.